gonna try using today the rain stick just because Rebecca's in person. I've noticed that it doesn't translate so well on camera and in the recording. So if you're like, what the heck is that noise? It's the rain stick. I've used it a couple times before, but then I stopped because I was like, it sounds weird, but I think you're gonna really enjoy it. So we're gonna try to fit everybody into the class. So welcome everyone, good morning. We're gonna start today in a comfortable upright seated position. So take a moment to soften the shoulders and find comfort in your seated posture. Coming to a place of serenity and ease. If you want to kind of move into your sits bones, maybe side to side or front to back, you're welcome to do that. Allowing the breath to move effortlessly and easily in and out through the body. And just taking a few moments, like my app, to ask yourself, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling peaceful, calm, nervous, excited, present, absent-minded? Whatever it is that rises up, observe and try to find an equanimous place to store that emotion. At the same time, we'll scan through the body. Let's bring our awareness to the area below the nostrils and above the upper lip. Begin with a little Anapana meditation. Notice the breath as it moves in and out through the nostrils. And see if you can feel the breath on that small area above the upper lip and below the nostrils, around the rim of the nostrils and inside the nostrils. Bring all your awareness, all your focus there. Perhaps feeling a sense of warmth or coolness, a tickle, a tingling. Try not to react to whatever sensation arises, just simply observe. Remain still, calm and peaceful. And continuing to keep our awareness there at this part of our biology, this small area on our face. We'll observe, in a general sense, the rest of the body. Observe as if there's any tension anywhere in the body that might need to be addressed or dealt with. Always coming back to the sensation of the breath moving through the nostrils. Another scan through the body from head to toe. Softening and relaxing where it's needed. Lifting and engaging where that's needed. Let's start to slowly begin to deepen the breath. So together we'll draw a deep breath in, inhaling. Inhale as deeply as you can. Continue to inhale until the breath does no longer come into the body. Then pause at the very top and then begin to exhale very slowly with control. A little bit at a time, the breath releasing out of the body. Pausing at the end of the exhale and again inhale. Deep breath in. Pause at the top of the breath. Feel the expansion of the body. Exhale, slow breath out. Pause at the end of the exhale. Feel the emptiness, the release. Again, deep breath in. Expanding, growing, filling. Pause. Exhale, slow breath out. Emptying, softening, letting go, relaxing, surrendering. Pause at the end of the exhale. And once more, deep breath in. Pausing. Exhale. Pause again. And come back to the natural pace of your own natural breath. You might find it has now lengthened or deepened just automatically. You might find that it starts to change a little bit more, becoming perhaps a little bit erratic after the depth that we just enjoyed. Observe without need to change or without judgment. Now let's still go ahead and scan through the body. Continue to move the breath rhythmic and naturally, not forcing, not deepening, not lengthening, not pausing in any way. Bring the awareness to the top of the head, crown of the head. And imagine like paint. Your awareness, your focus, slowly slipping down from the crown of the head, down all the sides around your head, towards the temple, the forehead, and the back of the head. Like a thick water, thick liquid, slowly covering through the ears, the back of the neck, face, jawline, kind of gripping down from underneath the jaw. The breath is still natural. Just observe what sensations feel as you move your awareness through. Now covering the neck and the tops of the shoulders, back of the shoulders, the front of the chest, and then both arms equally, running down through the deltoids, the biceps, the triceps, the insides of the armpits, and covering the inside of your torso underneath your arms. Sliding down through the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, and each finger, all simultaneously. Just move your awareness together through each part of the body. And from here, bring the awareness back to the front of the chest. And feel this liquid, thick liquid, sliding down through the top of your chest, down through the rib cage, the abdomen, the belly, and then back to the back, upper back, middle back, lower back. Now your whole torso covered in this thick liquid. Let the liquid drip down through the glutes, down to the pelvic floor, meeting from the front and the back, around the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calves and shins, the ankles, the heels of the feet, both feet at the same time, the top and the soles of the feet at the same time, both of them. And then all of your toes, creating a little bit of a puddle at the end of the toes and at your sits bones and at your legs. And then just observe. Along the way, you pass an area that felt a little bit of a gross sensation, a discomfort. Or if along the way you passed areas that felt pleasant, light, open, or even tingly. An electric sensation sometimes is referred to as. We observe with an equanimous mind. For we know that all of these sensations are impermanent. They're there one moment and the next they are gone, or they change in some way or another. In the same way we move down the body, we'll move up the body. This time remembering and keeping in mind the impermanence of the sensations we feel along the way. So from the toes, start to bring your awareness back up. I won't guide you through the entire body. You can go at your own pace. Start to move your awareness back up to meet at the top of the head. If you get lost in thought or distracted in any way, just come back to the last part you remember being at. And this time the liquid will retract, almost like we're going in reverse motion. We'll start to expose the toes. Expose the soles and the tops of the feet, the heels and the ankles as the thick liquid starts to move up the body. Continue at your own pace, with your own sense of direction. Observing the impermanence of each sensation along the way. Remaining equanimous to whatever it is that you come across. As you continue to move your awareness up the body, observing those sensations along the way. Acknowledging their impermanence with an equanimous heart and an equanimous mind. Whether pleasant or unpleasant, they both share that same characteristic of arising and passing. As you make your way towards the face and head, take your time to really feel every little inch of the body, every little inch of the face specifically. The jaw, the cheeks, the eyes, the forehead. And once all of this thick liquid has been collected at the top of the head, just take a moment to bring your awareness back there. If you're still not quite there yet, you're still working on other parts of the body, that's okay. Making a conscious effort to remain ever so still. Almost like you're balancing this liquid on the crown of the head. Notice the breath, very pleasant, calm, and steady. As we work with the sensations of the body, we may be introduced to external stimuli, sounds around us, primarily. And this is where we practice what's called pratyahara, which is a withdrawal of the senses. We're focused so much on the physical sensations that we try to let all the other sensations, smell, sound, to almost mute in the background. This is a practice of concentration and of focus, a cleansing of the mind. By now, this liquid resting on top of the head, at the crown of the head, has almost completely disappeared. Evaporated. And as we exhale, let's gently begin to add very little movement to the fingers. Keep the eyes closed. If your fingers are interlaced, just start to move them up and down. If your hands are on your lap or knee, start to kind of maybe rub the knees or thighs with the tips of your fingers. And we'll do the same thing with the toes. Just gentle movement out and in. It might feel a little bit funky, especially with the eyes closed and after a meditation. We're re-embodying the body, coming back to our bodies. Our physical bodies. We went and did that whole moving exercise with our almost spiritual body, our cosmic body. Now we're re-embodying the physical, the flesh, the bone, the blood, the tissue that we are inhabited in. And then we'll go ahead and take the fingertips, the tips of the fingers together, and just feel the tips of the fingers against each other. This very mindful movement that we are now embarking in allows us to really create a sense of being, of groundness, in many ways of purpose. So with the tips of the fingers together, inhale, start to bring the hands up towards the chest. Very slow with very much control. The eyes can still remain closed. Just kind of tenting the hands, fingertips are touching. The shoulders relax back and down, the elbows reach down towards the earth, heavy. Inhale again. Notice if you're putting too much pressure against the hands, against the fingers. See if you can soften that. And then exhale, try to flatten your palms, bringing your palms together into Anjali Mudra. Fingers together. We'll take a deep inhale breath here. Slow exhale breath. Inhale for one sound, Om. Releasing the hands down towards the knees, very, very slow. Remember, this mindful movement needs to come from a sense of awareness and intention. We're not just letting the hands drop down, we're moving very steadily. The palms start to separate as the hands begin to hover over the legs. You might feel heaviness in your fingers. The shoulder blades start to move towards each other as the front of the chest opens and the hands can rest now, palms facing down on the thighs. Exhale, slowly bring the chin down towards the chest, creating length into the back of the neck. And gently blink the eyes open. Start to let the light enter the eyes. Take in whatever is in front of you. Slowly, as we inhale, lift the chin. Very gentle, very steady. Good. Good. And then slowly just release. Let's shake out the body a little bit here. Just add a little bit of wave or movement to the body, maybe some cat and cows, whatever feels good, rounding, extending, or even reaching the arms up overhead if that feels good, or twisting. Just add whatever movement here your body needs. I love these classes because it's like a conversation with the body. You start to feel like, oh, okay, this is what my body wants. So you can just kind of move around however feels good. All right, good. Sorry, my eyes are still tearing from my allergies. Beautiful. Go ahead and let your legs out, or Rebecca already did. So let your legs out, release a little bit, shake out the fingers, the toes, whatever needs to be moved around here. And we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves comfortable for our sound healing. So you go ahead and make yourself into your comfortable position, and I'll set myself up the best way I can. Good. So lay down, get yourself comfy. You can do your legs up the wall. You can do cushions, pillows, whatever feels good. Remember, at the end of the sound healing, there will be some moments of silence. If there are distractions, we're back in the studio, so there may be some noise or some talking or some banging on something. Just remember to practice pratyahara, that withdrawal of the senses. gently. We'll begin to reawaken first by simply bringing awareness to this space, to this room, to this time and place. Perhaps coming back into awareness of the breath. If you fell asleep, coming back into awareness of self. Allowing the full feeling of relaxation to continue to just swim around the body as we begin to add movement to the fingers and the toes. Allowing our bodies to feel all the way through the fingers, through the toes, through the hands and the feet, wrists, the ankles. Maybe even turning your head side to side or moving your head in whatever direction feels good. And only when you're ready, you can start to bend your knees and plant the feet on the floor. Bend your elbows, bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Staying here in our constructive resting pose for a few moments. As you gently, slowly, taking your time, we'll begin to make our way back to a comfortable seated position. There's no rush. Coming back into that same natural pace of breath that we found in the beginning of our practice. And noticing if it's easier perhaps to observe all the sensations of the body simultaneously. Noticing if it's easier to keep the breath in that natural pace. Noticing the effortlessness of your posture. As we exhale, let's bring the chin down towards the chest. Add a little bit of movement to the neck here before we wrap up our practice. Mindfully drawing the chin down and then maybe taking the chin to the left shoulder and then back down and then up to the right shoulder. Noticing the movement of the neck as the head follows along. Perhaps stopping any place where it feels good or you feel like you need a little extra attention. As you make your way back to center, gently bring the chin up, roll the shoulders back. Let's draw an inhale breath, reach the arms up. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them if you wish. Palms together towards the sky, chin away from the chest, shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Extend the arms up overhead, palms together, chin up, shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, hands to heart. And then again, blinking the eyes open, adding any little movements you feel like doing here as we bring the palms together one last time. We'll seal the benefits of our practice for ourselves, for our loved ones, for our society, for all sentient life on this planet. Allowing ourselves to heal within in order to be able to be that light for those who are maybe lost in the dark. As we exhale completely, we release anything that no longer serves. And we release that extra love that is so much needed in the world. As we inhale, we draw in gratitude, feeling thankful, moving in that vibration of gratitude. And we'll prepare for Om. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yay.